Hello, BookTube, and we're back without the four horsemen of the apocalypse. It's just me and, well, it's going to be me most of the time, I think. That's what I'm here for. Hello, everyone. Oh, there's seven already waiting.
Oh my goodness. Talk about putting the pressure on.
Yeah.
Oh, I've just received a notification. ShawnDStandfast Friday reads live. That's
Yeah,
good.
and I probably will as well. Well, actually, no, I haven't. Maybe I corrected that. I haven't received an email to say that yet. Well, that's good.
I just thought I'd do a Gareth. Elvis running around. So 7 people there.
Oh,
Just
now three.
oh, you see, they took one look at us and thought, "Whoops."
It was
It's,
seven because they thought that it was going to be the four Horcrux. Oh, now two.
well, maybe
Okay.
they thought it was a tarot reading.
Okay.
Yeah,
Now,
that's probably it. They were like, "Oh, what? Greg and Steve aren't there. I'm not watching these two jokers."
well, I'm getting a kind of a complex now.
Well,
Hello, Jenny.
all right, Jenny.
Yeah, I'm okay. Just tired, and so I thought maybe this might wake me up. But if I start snoring, then it doesn't. Oh, now we're back up to six. What the heck?
How you doing, Jenny? You all right? Enjoying your bank holiday?
Yeah, you're off work this week, aren't you? Or now from now.
Well, I was off from Thursday, off going back Tuesday, so it's nice. But I haven't, done a bit of reading and been out a few times. But yeah, it's been terrible weather here, so that must be it, Jenny. My hair decided to go off and start its own YouTube channel. So
No, I think people are still coming in to think that the other horsemen are here.
yeah, they're looking for Steve
Hi,
and Greg.
Andrew.
All right, Andrew.
Better this week than last week. So okay, yeah. Yeah, weather-wise, it's better this week. That's for sure. Or well, it's still been raining here. I don't know. It's been rough. So have you read much this week then, or?
I have. I finished a couple of things, and I've started a lot more. But in terms of finishing, what have I finished? Hang on, I do have.
You
Well,
gave
needless to
me
say, I'll
one that
just.
I wanted to read as well, but I caught up.
Well, I was just saying, you know, what's the word? I'm still reading Mysteries of Paris, so we don't need to talk about that. But the one I did finish was this, The Enchanted April by Elizabeth von Arnhem, and yeah, it was enjoyable. Oh yeah, actually, it's funny. It's kind of similar.
Yeah.
I wonder if it's the
I
same.
just I don't like the red spines on these, but
I wonder if it's the
I, I'm
same
I'm
illustrator.
determined now that um I'm going to get this in a different format because I really like it. And I remember I bought this a couple of years ago, and I probably paid more than you can buy the Folio Society edition of it. Hey.
Hmm. Yeah, it was enjoyable. I mean, the women are horrible by and large. Funny. I mean, Mrs. Fisher's is quite funny actually. A couple of them are a bit soppy, but I enjoyed it. I enjoyed seeing the. Well, I don't want to spoil it, of course, but seeing just how their relationship evolved, shall we say, throughout the course of the read. I quite like the husband of Lottie. He's quite a funny guy.
Yeah,
Forgotten their name already. Wilkins, was it?
yeah, Wilkins.
It's Wilkins, yeah.
Like he had a funny first name, but yeah, no,
Yeah.
it's like I really like it because they've got sort of they all have reasons for what the way they are, and that gets broken down. Like Mrs. Fisher, she's just sitting and reminiscing, or that was her thing, just reading her old friends, Ruskin, Matthew Arnold, and so forth.
And Keats.
Yeah, that was good. He says, "Oh, did you know Keats?" That was
Which,
good.
I mean, it is quite funny. I mean, I think sometimes the humor is a bit subtle that maybe some people can maybe miss it, perhaps. But I did find it, quite, because it is meant to be an amusing novel.
Yeah.
It's not accidental. So I just like Andrew's comment there. You might want to pop that up, the last one. I was going to say, because Sean's done it twice. So
yeah, I've read it twice, Andrew. 2 different translations, an older translation and the new one. And I will, like I said, I will read it again. I if Folio Society ever does it in a hardcover, that translation, I'd probably get it if I could get it cheap enough eventually, to read it again. Jenny doesn't get. Oh, so you don't get off. So you were working today? Oh, okay. Well, we'll just continue on and wait for.
Well, the other thing I finished, which I really enjoyed, and I'll recommend to anybody. I think a lot of people have actually read it, but it was extremely entertaining, well written, and well researched, and very fast, enjoyable read. Was this one here, The Dark Queens by Shelley. I can't do anything about the reflection there, by Shelley Pahuk. And I read it because it was free on Kindle Unlimited, and it fit in with Historathon because it actually literally takes place pretty much at the start of the Q2 period. It's like 550 or something it starts, and I can't remember exactly. And it's about the Merovingian kingdoms of Francia, the Franks, and particularly the 2 women who had a massive impact on it. I can't pronounce one of the women's names, but the other one is Brunhild, or Brunhilde, as she appears in the German epic Die Nibelung, and then of course the opera by Wagner as Brunhilde. But it was really barbaric. I mean, you expect it to be, of course, a grim time, but these women, they could hold their own, and they did some pretty horrific things. So, well worth reading, though.
Well, it sounds like they needed them in Scotland to get the Friday off for Easter Friday.
I didn't realize that I thought you just got the extra holidays. I didn't realize you had to trade one in. That sucks.
Yeah. So was there, I guess, post delivered? Because there wasn't any. At least I didn't think there was any today. I didn't go downstairs. I was thinking that there's nothing there. Well, I didn't hear anything. I would have probably heard.
Well, they wouldn't be post delivered. No, in England, in Scotland maybe, but. Does Amazon still deliver on bank holidays? If it delivers on Sundays, so.
Oh, I didn't think, because there's nothing, because there is something that I'm waiting for because Aaron had said he said stuff, and it didn't come yesterday, and it hasn't come today as far as I know.
Well, maybe Aaron was just playing a late April Fool's Day joke on you.
Okay.
Surely not. Yeah. So those. Sorry?
That's all you read this week?
That's all I finished this week, I think. Hang on. Let me just double check. It does seem a bit short, and I feel like I read more. I might have read something else. I don't know. It gets away from me.
With the Spaminator says he finished it, and I'm determined to finish it this time.
Oh, I'm such a fool. I am an idiot. Actually, I did read another 2 things. One was the short story "The Vampire Maid" by Hume Nisbet, which was all right. It's enjoyable enough. 10 pages. I can't complain about that. And then I'm really foolish because I actually finished one yesterday, which was a group read with another bibliophile reads, Greg and Alan from Big Hard Books and Classics. Every year for the last 3 years, we've been reading a Michael Chabon book. We started off reading The Adventures of Cavalier and Clay, and then The Yiddish Policeman's Union, and then this time was a novella. And I don't know if you can actually see it. I have to show it on my phone. It's not really clear, is it?
Let me change the layout here since there's only two of us.
It was called The Final Solution, and it was a great little book, actually. I recommend it. It was only about 100 pages, and it follows the story of this boy who's a Jewish refugee from Nazi Germany, and his only friend in the world is this parrot who kind of speaks like a string of numbers and all this kind of stuff. So people think maybe it knows something or whatnot. And anyway, somebody gets murdered. The parrot goes missing. And luckily, the village they live in, and I don't think this is giving something away because it's quite easy to work it out straight away. There is a very old 89-year-old retired consulting detective who never gets named in the book, who's just keeping bees. And let's just say he's it's extremely obvious who he is.
It's Ian McKellen.
That's right, yeah.
Ian McKellen.
No, it's well, you know obviously who it is, but it's it was fun. It was good.
Ian McKellen. That's as simple as that.
Is the films? I was trying to think, that film that he's in, it's not based on this book, is it?
No. I don't know if it's based on any book, but there's an interesting glaring problem in that film. He goes into a bookstore, and this is like 1905 or something like that, like, or somewhere around the early 20th century. When he walks out, there's this exact set of 6 volumes of the Oxford what is it?
Dictionary biography or something.
Yeah, national biography. And at that time, it wasn't. It was not this set, but he walks out, and this set is by the door. He walks by it, and I go, "That's wrong."
We're reading this, which I'm actually almost done, but it's a great read, and that's Patrick Leigh Fermor's A Time of Gifts, which is about the first part of his journey from Hook of Holland to Constantinople in 1933, and it's a beautiful book, really beautiful, well worth it.
Yeah, Yorkshire Rose just spoiled it for everybody.
Yeah, spoiler alert. Well, I don't know Yorkshire Rose. They never get mentioned, so it might not be. So
there could be somebody else that. Well, what did what's his name? What's the one that the
I know who you mean. I'm Blake Sexton Blake.
Yeah, I bet he probably he may not have kept bees. That might have been too close. But what did he probably retire and do?
Yeah, but it's funny, because he's 89 years old in this, so it's 1944. So.
Oh, that doesn't make sense, does it?
Yeah, I mean, Sherlock Holmes would have been born in 1855, around then. Because bear in mind, I mean, actually, they're only in their mid-20s in the first book. That's the hard thing to count. Like, we always imagine them as being old, but I've been listening to it again recently, and there is some reference where, because Watson's been in the army for a bit, and he's invalided out. They're not over 30.
Yeah, I always think of them.
I know,
though, in their late 30s, like somewhere in their 30s and 40s for some reason. But they're not.
Bear in mind, I mean, he just gets married, doesn't he? He gets married quite early on the first time, so they are. No, in the Final Solution, he's 89 years old, but it's not Doyle. It's Michael Chabon. He's just taking it on, but I would say he's got the age about right for what he would be in 1944. Yeah, because as Shawn says, we always think of them as being old because they were always played by older men. But then, even saying that, they might not have been that old. I mean, probably Basil Rathbone was not much older than I am now, right? And I don't think I come across as a fuddy-duddy. but people just seemed older then, didn't they? So
I think Jeremy Brett was probably in his late 30s, probably when he started. I'm just guessing. I don't know how old he was, but
yeah.
to be sure.
Yeah, but no, it's really good. I mean, it's. I mean, Greg and I both read it within a couple of hours. I mean, it's funny because Alan was ahead of us and kind of got us into starting it because we were going to start it mid-month because he has a library version. I had to return it, and I was like, oh, it's scuppered my plans. But I just read it yesterday evening. It was nice. It was good. I really enjoyed it.
Hi, Brian. Salad again?
Yeah, probably.
People had older faces.
Well, I think also they had tougher lives, didn't they? I mean, I remember as a kid, people who were like, in their 60s were so like decrepit, weren't they, really, compared to what they're like today? I mean, yeah. So, hi, Nicole.
Oh, yep, salad. I meant to click on that.
Hey, Randy, good to see you. I do love the brackets there, the literate Texan. Yeah, it's funny, isn't it? It's kind of weird being just the two of us now, actually.
So, is it my turn now? Is it my turn?
I don't know. I'm just desperately trying to think if there's anything else I've read.
Ryan.
Yeah, I can't know. There's nothing else I've finished. As I said, if we'd done this tomorrow, I probably could have added in this, but no, I think that is probably it. Yeah. So take it away.
Yeah, we're the old and rare.
Just look behind. Shawn.
Maybe I should change that to a literate. Yeah.
Oh, actually, while Sonia's here. So Sonia, hello. I haven't started this. This is Stoner, although as I say, I don't know why it's got Jacob Rees-Mogg on the cover. But I did just kind of read like the first page or two, just because I was flipping through it, and I don't know, like when you think you're gonna love a book, I already feel this is gonna be great. Just literally reading the first 2 pages, I'm like, yeah, this is gonna be great because we're starting it on Sunday, so I'm looking forward to that. Although I have to say, I did think it was probably about a drug addict rather than a person called Stoner. But, hey ho.
Yeah, I've never read anything by Siobhan. Oh, that's not... Wait a minute. What TV writing did he do?
I don't know.
Is it the same one? Because there is a Siobhan that did... didn't he do Doctor Who for a while? Or am I thinking of somebody else?
I don't know, but Mayo, that is definitely worth it, that final solution. It's great fun. It's a little read and probably a good introduction. It doesn't get a great rating on Goodreads compared to like Cavalier and Clay and the others, but that's probably because it's short. But I would have been happy if he had done a series with this old consulting detective. It would have been great fun.
I'm not sure which one are you.
You just asked in general for an arc, Ryan, and what did they do? Did they go away?
Oh, an author. Oh, okay, sorry. The author I read for some reason. I hear good things about it.
Yeah, Stoner. I looked it up after that. So, oh well, great. I'm really looking forward to it, actually. Well, yeah, you might have a wait.
Yeah. But if you do get an arc of it, or the proof pages, then you probably will be able to buy your house by selling it.
Oh yeah. Did you enjoy it then, Sonia? Because you mentioned you were reading it. Okay, Maya. Sorry, I got the wrong end of the stick there. Yeah. Well, yeah. Then I would say go on and read Cavalier and Clay. I think that's probably the favorite of the three of us so far. I think so.
Yeah, I'm starting to hear his name a lot, so I might look at it. But yeah, I'm gonna. I'll go through mine, I guess.
Go for it.
On the first, I
And
read.
maybe just remove the comment because it takes up the. Yeah, there we go. Can see more. You don't have to lift it so high.
I mentioned this before, and it was to be for. Well, I was thinking that it could be either. It says original zombie story. Brandy, you might want to plug your ears. It's not in any way, but it is fun because it's Jules Verne, and it's very similar to the what is it, the uh, Doctor Ox's fantasy or whatever. In some ways, it's structure, even though it's bigger. It's in structure similar to that one.
Maybe one inspired the other. No.
Well, no, not well, in structure, just in
Okay.
structure. So that's the thing, not story wise, but in structure. But the Doctor Ox one was quite comical. There was a lot of, and there's different names. I won't spoil, but the Doctor Ox and his assistant, look at their names, and you got the solution to the story. Oops, that's a spoiler.
Oh my god.
What did I read next? Oh, I read next. I'm sure I read something else, but I read The Light and the Dark, C.P. Snow, the fourth chronological book of Strangers and Brothers. I think it could be one of my, if not my favorite of the series. I really enjoyed it. It's set in Cambridge, and The Light and the Dark has so many meanings in this. And I missed out in the one thing because the Roy Calvert is he's a linguist, and he translates Sogdian, and he was doing Macenian oh geez, I can't even say it now. Macenian? No, sorry, I can't even pronounce it now. My brain is not.
Mancunian.
No,
Machiavellian.
no. It's after Oh bloody hell!
Zoroastrianism.
Yeah, and then it was after that. Maceen. Oh, I can't even. My brain is not allowing me to say it.
He was
But
doing
anyway,
some ancient.
yeah, but it was more popular than Christianity at one time. But it was because of the battle of Light and Dark, and Light and Dark, Second World War, Light and Dark, lots of things in it, which I thought was really cool. I don't know what, it's not really in any order here. And then I slipped this one in on Wednesday night, which we'd already talked about, which I really enjoy. And here's a vampire story that I never knew about, The Black Vampire from 1819. I first thought, because when I first saw it, somebody was saying it was a French story. It's not French. It's actually an American story, and it could be the first anti-slave story as well in America. That's arguable, and probably the first vampire story that was written in America. Definitely the first comical vampire and the first black vampire, and multiracial vampire as well.
Was the author black? Was the author black?
Well, they don't know. It's a pseudonym. They think they know who it is, but it could be a couple people. I don't think so. No, I don't think they were. But there was apparently some stuff, and it's set around the Haitian Revolution. So what is that? 1804 or 5? I can't remember when that was. But it's really cool. It's a bit bizarre, but it's really cool.
Before we do the next one, I just want to say there are a couple of comments that we could probably have a quick look at. There's Ryan is mentioning about when he goes to London, he's actually getting a private viewing of the first edition of Moby Dick. But it's a bit weird that you have to go all the way to London to see the first edition, isn't it? I mean, it's an American book, isn't it?
It could have been published here first. I don't know.
Oh, okay.
Peter Harrington's. Oh, it's a bookseller.
Hmm.
You might need to show your bank balance before you go in there.
And then Maya and Parlor Bane, both of you have given you the the word you're trying to pronounce there.
Yeah. And it's just that's my COVID brain. I got the word, I just can't pronounce it.
No, because it's Elvis's, Jenny. He's sitting with it now, cuddled up.
American Story USA.
That's the vampire one.
Yeah. Didn't Blood of the Vampire by Florence May also star yes, but that was 1897. That was 1897. Yeah, she was. I read that last year. That was actually quite good. A different kind of vampire, but that was really good. This one I like the on the copyright page. I got to read this. All rights reserved. This book or any magical potion. This book or any magical potion thereof may not be reproduced in blood or used in any manner whatsoever without the express written permission of the publisher, except for the use of brief quotations in a book review. Always look on the bite side of life.
Well, that's not the author, surely.
No, that's the person who's published
Put it together. Yeah.
And the editor is Dr. Panton Plasma, PhD, PG, horror.
Ow! Oh, that hurt. He whips sometimes his toys around, and he whipped that koala right into my foot. Ow!
Ryan said it was technically published in the UK first because of weird copyright laws. Yeah, but the UK
only 55k. Cool, blimey. It actually seems quite cheap, really, for such a famous novel.
On the condition, yes.
It's first edition.
Condition.
Oh wow! I imagine. Yeah.
And then the other thing I read was The Vampire by John Polidori. Again, it's just a short story in this, so that was good. What else? Oh, I read. Theophile Gautier. It's the one that Brandy read.
Theophile Gautier.
Gautier. What did I say?
Gautier. I don't know.
Whatever. Him. I can't
remember. Isn't he a poet?
What?
He's a poet, isn't he?
He wrote everything, basically. He wrote everything.
Because wasn't he mates with Baudelaire?
Claremonde, yeah, I think the Claremonde is the one, yeah. And I had read it. I forgot that I read it. It's a wonderful love story. I just want to see Peter Harrington. Yeah. I was one day late buying a book from the store, hard to find, and had a dust jacket. So, yeah.
Yeah, that's not a bad idea, actually, Ryan. Yeah, start a Patreon, get a GoFundMe campaign, and see if you can get people to chip in to buy a first edition.
Hi, Gareth.
And that's where we could get people to chip in and buy you a monitor, because they'll think it was a better price at 150 quid as opposed to 55,000. All right, Gareth.
What does it say? Yeah,
because we were talking about Theophile Gautier.
Yeah, no, he's like, I like his stuff. He's done quite a few, I think, vampire stuff or horror type stuff, and mummy books or mummy stories, which are good. And the thing that was cool about the version I read, because I did actually read it off of very slowly. It's I forget, it's 40 pages, I think. I read it off of my my tablet, but I only read a few pages at a time. It was translated by Lefkady O'Hearn, which was kind of cool.
Yeah, I've got his Delphi.
Oh, dear. Oh, okay. Because what's that place that used to put out the Easter and stuff? You got the one volume of
Tuttle.
Yeah, they put out some really nice editions of his.
Oh yeah, really. They did. I don't know if they still do. Do they still work? Do they still operate? Probably. Yeah. I hope so, but they were quite expensive.
D&D.
Actually, that's a point. The Americans spell mummy if it's Egyptian with a U, and mummy if it's your mum with an O.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
That's Gautier. That's the same guy who wrote that.
Yeah, Jean-Paul Gaultier.
Those are the erotic ones that I don't talk about. You know, that's a huge collection you don't see.
Thank God.
Yeah, and yeah, that's sort of what I've been reading, and yeah.
Well, I am reading, rather, I haven't finished it, but I am reading Pharos, the Mummy, by Guy Boothby.
That's good. Yeah, that's a good one. Yeah, that's a good one. Guy
Good.
Boothby is pretty good. He's done a lot of good stuff. So yeah, well, the problem is that that's for the male ones. For the female mummies, you sometimes get extra bodily fluids in places that there shouldn't be. Yeah. So there's text showing that they would leave the female bodies before the embalmers got the priests got the body, that it would ripen a little bit so they wouldn't be defiled.
That makes sense.
A mammy. Oh no, that's
oh my God, Sean! Thank God it's your channel.
Yeah, no, but I was just thinking like a mummy, a mommy, and a mummy thing. So it's like I was thinking, well, that's what you'd call it. That, but it's like no, that came out before the COVID brain.
Yeah, I'm just thinking now of Hattie McDaniel like wrapped in bandages, wandering around, running around. Okay. Is it Hattie McDaniel? Yeah, I got it right, didn't I? I know. Yeah.
Well, I just oh yeah,
yeah, you're not alone.
Yeah, well, that's my COVID brain, and because I'll say something like,
yeah. It's great now, Sean. You can be racist, sexist, whatever you want. You just go, oh, it isn't me. It's my COVID.
But yeah, so there's a lot more vampire stuff on the horizon. I want to get or I want to read more of these early short stories, because there's lots of them, but they're hard to get, and that's why like I got a few things on ebook now.
I just walked into Sean's casual COVID blaming racism. I don't know. I'm sure somebody else probably does say that though, without it being a racial thing.
Well, yeah, because if they do say "ma'am" for mom, and so they will add the ing on, and it has nothing to do with it.
What, mamming?
Whatever. See, that's why it doesn't work. My brain doesn't work at times. He's already done that. Oh
no, I haven't. I've done it with the school children.
Oh, with children.
Oh yeah, with the schoolgirls. But that sounds worse. With the girls at school and the women at school. But the actual day is Monday. And I've got it here actually, I think.
Oh, so Ryan says it is. Okay.
Yeah. I got my whip already to go around issuing some Easter spanks on Monday. Yeah, that's right. Hody, etc.
It is.
Oh, well, it's not just me. It's all the men. But before everyone says, "Oh, it's so sexist," what barbaric tradition? The girls did theirs 2 weeks ago. Although it's never as good.
Well, I've only heard it used,
Popular. And it's only in this region. Actually, the girls do it. Sorry,
I've only heard that used in old films, but they weren't talking about their mother.
I've only heard it in Gone with the Wind.
It's in other films as well. Is it me, or is Summer asking what she walked into now? A staple of these live. Yeah, it seems to be a staple.
Yeah, I think Jenny's right. I've heard it in Northern Ireland. I knew I'd heard it somewhere else. They say "mammy." Yeah. We went around the principal of the school, the deputy principal, PE teacher, myself. We went around, went to every classroom, and administered our taps on the female students, and prior to that, on the female staff members in the staff room. And they give us like chocolates and stuff. So there you go. Yep. So you're all probably sitting there thinking, "Oh my good God, what is this?" But to be honest,
women back at don't they? So
the women, well, in this region, it's not a nationwide thing, but in this region, yes, the girls do it 2 weeks prior to the boys, although it's not like done on a public holiday. So here it will be done on Monday, and the men and boys will travel house to house, and they get like shots of alcohol and sweets and eggs or cakes or whatever, and they visit as many houses as they can. And generally, they're supposed to stop sometime, I think, around midday, and then they shouldn't. They shouldn't do that. Now, yeah, no, they don't all hate it, Ryan, but some of them do. You know, I guess a lot of the teenage girls probably do more because they're like, oh, you know. But the older women, the grandmas, love it. A lot of women over 40 kind of love it because the whole tradition is meant to bring them good luck and good health and keep them young and beautiful and that kind of thing. The little ones love it as well. They think it's great fun. So yeah,
do it. Take a little. Do it to the checkout girls.
Yeah. 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 Yeah, but it's a very old tradition. And I'm sure it's got some pagan connotations. You know, you pull out your big stick and you get an egg in return. There's something a bit kind of springy, pagany about that, isn't there? I think. Yeah, I'm sure.
Yeah, sure. You're laughing. Yeah. A spanking on my birthday. That sounds fun. Okay.
Oh, it's your birthday. Is it on Monday? Wow, cool. Happy birthday for Monday. Yeah, it's fun. It's fun. To be honest, I'm not going to do it this year though. I can't deal with the hangover that comes with it because it's back to work on Tuesday. And if you think, you know, we would visit like 20, 25 houses on a Monday morning and probably imbibe between 20 and 25 shots of alcohol. And, you know, I used to be dead for the rest of the day. The other guys would go off rock climbing. So, you know, different species over here. Yeah, but as I said, they did it a couple of weeks to us. I have it. Do I have it on video? I do have it on video. The girls, you know, in the class were whacking us the other, 2 weeks ago.
So did you hide underneath the desks in your bed?
Well, I'd be a bit worried if the children turned up to pull me out of bed. But I was at school. No, I didn't hide. I mean, it's not done brutally. It's not like we're like, it's literally like the softest tap you can imagine. It's like tap, tap, tap. So, I do enjoy it.
Okay, now that's going a little over the line here for this channel. Mark's.
Remember, women, if any of you are spending money on Botoxes and all that kind of stuff, or worried about your fading looks, this is supposed to be the cure, you see. Keep you young, healthy, and beautiful. So
Summer's birthday's on Thursday. Well,
I know.
birthday.
Yeah.
So spanking by strangers bring health.
No. It doesn't have to be strangers, Nicole. It's usually family members. I'm pretty sure, like the girls, when they wake up at home, their dad, their grandpa, their brother literally wake them up with a beating. They burst in on the room while the girl's sleeping. Like, wake up! Here, take an egg. You know. So.
Well, I got mummy books, but they're not. Well, I guess the ones that you, I guess for some people they could be the erotic ones. They could be erotic because they do talk about the mummy process and mummification process.
How would that be erotic? You just talked about like steeping liquids and.
Yeah, well, I'm sure somebody would.
Well, maybe some necrophiliac. Maybe Edgar behind you probably gets it floats his boat. So, yep, that's right, Jenny. Speaking of Edgar, have you decided finally on a read?
Actually, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go completely against everything. I'm going to have 2 books, and you choose one.
So you're going to have 2 books, and we choose A or B in a poll, or
no, you just whichever one you want to read, or you want to read both for that month.
Well, I don't know. What if? So if you want to read, you can read both or just one.
Yeah.
Okay. And have you decided on what those 2 are, or is it a secret? Are you announcing it? When are you doing it?
Well, it's going to be the first. Oh, crikey! Fu Manchu book, and I'm not 100% sure on the other one. I'm still deciding, but I'll know by the 15th for sure because that's halfway through the month. So, and okay. I'll announce it all on the 15th.
All right.
But it is going to be called, and thanks to Mark, Edgar's Resurrectionists Book Club.
Thank you.
I was watching that today. That sounds bad.
Yeah, that's a very good point there. Very good point. And it is just one of those things. You can imagine my face when I moved here and people started to explain to me what it was. And you combine that with St. Nicholas Day, where the devils literally grab the children and bundle them into sacks or haul them off to rooms decorated out as hell. I started thinking, what kind of country have I come to? And, these poor kids must be literally scarred for life. But, they seem all right.
See, Gareth likes the idea that you choose. But does that mean I have to read both?
Well, I would imagine so, no?
Yeah. Crap.
Well, I mean, it depends. It depends what you choose. If you choose one you've already read, like recently. So if you chose, for example, Charlie Chan, the first one, and the Fu Manchu, you don't have to read the Charlie Chan one again because you only read it a year ago.
Yeah, I'm thinking of that.
Yeah, get back to work, Brandy. Get back to work, or you might find yourself in trouble. Your boss.
Oh, she's starting to read Resurrection by the. I don't think it has anything to do with the Resurrectionists, though.
No, it's a religious one, I think.
By Brandy. Pick short ones, and you won't feel the pressure. Yeah, most of these are pretty short. Some of the Fu Manchus. I can't remember the first one. It's if it's over 300, it's just barely over 300.
Yeah.
Bye, Ryan. Everybody saying bye to Brandy. Okay. That's on. We can talk about her.
So yeah, what have you got planned for this? What are you currently reading?
Well, currently I'm just rereading. It's always rereads, but
you have to get in the habit of moving unless you put it up, right? Yeah.
Carmilla, in by Sheridan Le Fanu.
Oh yeah, that famous French author.
Yeah, I wasn't gonna do that, but
right, Brandy's gone.
but it's in here, and I really, really like it. So it's like I haven't read it in a long time, but that's what I'm currently reading now. And there's an 1822 short story, "Don't Wake the Dead" or something like that. It's a translation from German, and then I might do the.
Oh, Sean's frozen. Am I still here? Am I talking to myself, or am I the one who's disappeared? Please comment if you can still at least see me. Can you see me? Anybody? Hello? See, the timer's still going. Oh, I'm still here. Oh, how embarrassing. So, yeah, I don't know. If you can still hear me, I have no idea what he was going to talk about. Probably talking about rereads and Clarissa and long COVID and that kind of stuff. If you can still see me, but can you still hear me? Oh, well, Sean's gone. So it looks like I'm on my Todd, me and Elvis. Although he's choking on something there. It's funny, isn't it, that I have no idea what to say now. I mean, I've done lives on my own before, of course, and to be honest, he was getting on my nerves a bit. But
I lost the internet. I thought it would be completely gone.
Yeah, I was just about to do a voice. I'm tired out from my long COVID, eh?
No, I've lost the book Within Arm's Reach. I've lost the Alexander Dumas book that we were talking about. How do you do that? How do I lose it?
You literally had it like before we start. You must be sitting on it, Sean. You're sitting on it.
No, I haven't moved, so I can't be sitting on it.
You moved forward to get closer to the comments.
No.
Oh well.
Anyway, I might read that. But what I am going to read is, because there was 5 books for my Patreon book club about bookshops, and I'm going to read, I think, the other 4 this weekend. That's Parnassus. Oh, I can't remember the names of them. I can't get them with reach here. I don't know where they are. But yeah, that's what I'm going to read over the weekend.
We're going to show you
books. I don't know what happened to it.
I nicked it. I reached over while you were gone, sorting out your internet. I just kind of reached across like that. Stole it. No, I don't think it was a pirate voice, Gareth. I thought it was my ShawnDStandfast voice.
I've got to go back. I don't know where we were. They're just saying
he didn't freeze. He fell asleep. Yeah, the pose you were in was quite amusing. So, but you see, I don't know if the numbers went down. So probably they did immediately as you left. So it might be me who's the problem. So I don't think it was a British pirate, Sean. I thought it was quite a good ShawnDStandfast Canadian impression.
Nothing like it.
I'm pretty beat, eh?
How did I lose a book within arm's reach? This is COVID gone insane.
It's got to be a boot here somewhere, eh?
Yeah.
Well, this is riveting television. No, Gareth. If I was doing a pirate, I'd be like, "Ahar, where's me book? Ahar, me hearty, shiver me timbers." What am I reading next? Right. Okay. Well, I'm going to be reading Stoner with Sonia. I'm going to be reading the Manchurian Candidate as well next week, and I am reading also Smiley's People during the course of this month. none of them were on my TBR announcement because they are buddy reads with subscribers or booktubers who asked me to read them with them. So those are what I'm starting tomorrow, all 3 of them starting tomorrow. So that should be good fun. And then I have a couple of Historathon things I want to read. I started the Venerable Bede's Ecclesiastical History of the English-Speaking People, which was good fun. Well, maybe good fun is not the right word, but it's proving to be interesting. I've been actually quite enjoying it. And then I will finish, I think, tomorrow, hopefully, the S&M book club's Atomic Gifts by Patrick Lee Fermor. And then I'm going to have to look up and see what else there is. I want to carry on with Pharos by Guy Boothby, the mummy story. Mummy from Egypt, not mummy from mum. And then I guess, I started, well, I have it as a physical book, but I'm reading it as an ebook. And it's The Light Ages by Seb Falk, which is kind of interesting, maybe looking at how the Dark Ages were not as dark as people thought they were. And actually, it was a time of interesting science. So, yeah. There we go. Summer, I thought we'd agreed it was this weekend. No, well, it's up to you. Let me know in the message. Can we do the rest? I don't know, Sean. Can we do the rest of the live stream like a pirate? Ha ha ha. No, okay. So yeah. Have you got sound? Am I just chatting to myself? I don't even know what's going on in this live stream now.
Well, I was getting you to say what you're going to read, so I could maybe find that book, because it's disturbing me when I haven't moved and I've lost the book.
I reckon you must be sitting on it.
I can't be, because I haven't.
Well, what is that? Just to your right there, there's a blue spine. There. Oh. Well, that's useful. Well, you know, it's a book about the supernatural and the book's disappeared. So I don't know what that's all about. Ah, there it is. Shiver me timbers.
Well, yeah, that might be one, but I don't know.
You were looking for it for that microsecond just to go, yeah, look at that, everybody. Jesus, Sean.
Well, the other thing's bugging me, and I don't know where. Oh, there they are up there. Books I'll read is, what is it, Parnassus? What is it? Oh, I can't think of the name now. I'm blanking on it this weekend. You know the book. You read it. Christopher Morley.
Yeah, Parnassus on Wheels.
On Wheels, yeah. I couldn't think of the rest of the name. Parnassus on Wheels. And then there's that Mr. Penumbra's bookstore, which I haven't read. What is it? Fitzgerald, the bookshop, and then Furman, it's about a Furman is a rat who lives in a Boston bookshop, and he learns how to read by reading, eating the books.
Have you read, was it Lang's collection? Is it Bookman and Andrew Lang? Is it his collection of essays or short stories? Bookman and Books, is it?
Yeah, I got it. And I also have his Ballad of Books.
Super.
About books.
Ah, cool. Yeah.
Yeah, I've read that many times.
And what about you mentioned Christopher Morley, Parnassus on Wheels. So you're going to read that, and I was going to say everybody should read that book. Anyone who says they love books needs to read Parnassus on Wheels. It is probably, for me, the best book about books, most charming novel, short story. Now, what is it? Novella, short novel about books going.
The sequel is The Haunted Bookshop.
Yeah, but you said that wasn't as good. Still good, but not as good.
I haven't read it in a long time. I don't have it. I've only got the first one.
No, I decided I'm going to order it. You can get it in a fix-up, the two of them together, and I thought it'd be my last purchase from the book depository.
Oh, I didn't know that was. Because all I have is the Dodo Press one, which is horribly formatted. They're all horribly formatted. Oh, you've been reading the novel of the century. Okay.
Great
That's
book.
pretty good. Yeah. Intellectual vampires. But yeah, so that's what I've got too many books to read this month, so things are gonna have to go.
Nothing new there though.
Yeah, well, I've been pretty good. Last month I read well, other than the recognitions, I added 5 other books that I didn't have, but that was in place of the recognitions. So, but I would have worked it out. It would have worked last month perfectly. This month, there's just too many.
Yeah, but you didn't dedicate too much time to the recognitions, though, did you?
I dedicated 4 days, I think, 4.5 days. So therefore, I read five other books in that other time. All stuff that was gifts. So which was really good. Yeah, because I'm now like I'm on a forcibly imposed book ban because I won't have money for the next while. I'm forcibly I won't be able to buy books.
What are you reading, Jenny? Then, if you're not reading anything intellectual. Summer sharing what she's reading there.
That reminds me. We were talking about supernatural stuff. I found a book that is actually a collection of Victor Hugo's supernatural writings and about his supernatural things. So that could be kind of cool.
You got that book, or you just found it?
I don't have it. But if somebody wants to purchase it from my Wishlist, yeah, it's down below.
But this is the problem when we have the same viewers again and again. As much as I'm sure
I know,
they really appreciate it, they're not going to be prone to keep buying stuff. Probably.
I know.
It's where you need like the 20,000 viewers. Be like, oh yeah.
Reading a Dutch language book about slavery in Suriname. Oh, neat! Wow. Based on
a letter sent from a slave woman
to her former master. Oh, okay.
I'd be curious about how and when she learned to read, and if her former master had her taught to learn to read and write, or whether she actually dictated the letter, or she learnt later when I'm guessing she was freed. So that would be really interesting. I'm very curious.
Well, who? There were many that were taught to read and write to sort of do the not the finance.
Yeah, do the office work.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's why I'm curious whether or not.
Then the ancient Romans, their slaves usually were more intelligent and more educated than the owners were.
Well, they were quite often educated Greeks, weren't they? Their office staff.
That sounds really cool because it's 18th century, so it's early. Yeah, the moneyless edition. Yeah. I have served cold. Oh yes, that's the booktube collection. Yeah.
Is it? Oh yeah.
I've got the local haunts, which I never got around to read. I'm not sure where it is at the moment, but I never got that one. Red Pyramid. Don't know that one.
Isn't he? I mean, I might be wrong. Is he not a kids writer? Is he the one who did that Percy Jackson? I don't know.
Leviath. What? What's that? Oh, is it? Oh, Leviath. What?
Levanthria.
Oh, okay.
I'm guessing it's science fiction or fantasy.
No idea. In the story, she is a house slave who does the cooking. Maybe she had someone write the letter. I haven't reached that part yet. Oh,
Well, let us know next week.
Bloodchild, Octavia E. Butler. Yeah, I should get back to. I remember reading some of her stuff about
Is she the one who wrote Kindred, or is that somebody else?
Kindred. Yeah, maybe. Yeah,
I
I
don't
can't
know.
remember
I
now.
know the name.
But yeah, I read some in around 2015 or 16, and I don't think I read any. I'm not sure if I read any novels, but I read some short stories, which I thought, oh, I think this is somebody I need to look at closer, and I never did yet. Oh, this is yes, he did, and I love them. Based on British folklore. Ah,
That sounds interesting.
so for only these intro.
Short and succinct, probably. Well, we should send him our wishes, shouldn't we? That he's feeling better.
Yeah, yeah.
He's watching because he's probably lying on his fainting couch listening to us right now.
Yeah. Well, I was gonna say, well, he is listening, so I shouldn't maybe say what I was gonna say because his head might just explode. But like when I started, I don't know when this was. I looked up some of his reviews, and they are very succinct, and they're very clear and concise. And I was a bit surprised at how he waffles on in the videos.
Well, maybe that's his outlet. So
She wrote Kindred. Yeah. The Xenogenesis. Yeah. He didn't do the intro to the first one, I don't think, did he? I'm not sure. Like I say, I'm not sure where it is. I used to have it here, but I'm trying to get stuff around me that I want to, and when I refine stuff now that I'm going to be reading in the next little while.
Well, that's going to make up for your, imposed book buying ban. Is discovering actually some of the books you own that you haven't seen for a long time. Be like, whoa, it's like I got a new book. You need to get one of your neighbors to go in and like pick some off the top shelf and wrap them up and just slip them through your door a couple of times a week. So it's like you've got some new deliveries.
No, it's like, well, I was actually getting some pretty good stuff because, like I say, I got this one. This was about, what is it, 3 weeks ago or more, 4 weeks ago that I ordered. It was £1.50 off of eBay. It's Victor Hugo's novel about the Haitian Revolution, so that could be quite interesting. It's got some underlining in it, but it's readable. So that's a problem. Like when you can get some bargains out there.
Yeah, but I'm starting to think like, I don't have anything like as many books. I don't think I get as many books probably on average as you do per month. Maybe. I don't know. But I'm thinking I'm starting to notice that, I'm running out of shelf space and stuff, and it's piling up. So when you're still getting all this new stuff, I'm wondering like whether you've got them like shoved under the carpet, the carpet's like over amount of books. Or
I don't have a carpet. I don't have a carpet.
Oh well, there you go. You just made a carpet of books.
No, like I suppose like when I had the 18 to 25 pounds, I suppose it depends. Sometimes I only got one book because it was an expensive book and I wanted that one book that month. And then the other times, like if I get the £1.50 stuff, sometimes I get 5 or 6 books or 8 books sometimes because I'm only spending a couple pounds for a book, and then the gifts are the ones that are really getting like that French stuff. Well, crikey, that's I don't know how many books I got there in the 2 boxes. So you know, and there might be more, and I don't want them at the moment. I just said, you know, if there's stuff, just tell me what it is, and I'll say yes to it. But if you could just hold it.
Your friend can send them to me if she wants. I don't mind.
You can't read French.
More than you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I have no problem with that because I like to choose, but now it's like everything that I want to read now, or not everything. No, a lot of stuff is new stuff that's coming in. I'm reading a lot of the stuff that's coming in or was coming in. And so this year I sort of I made the whole thing. Basically, I can sit down, which I have done, and I can plan out the next 5 years of reading.
Well, you know, I have this problem where I see a book and I must have it, I must have it, I must have it. I wait. You know, I order it, I wait for it to be delivered, it delivers, I get it, I'm excited, I open it, I look at it, I put it away, and never look at it again. Until the time comes. But it's like, you know, it's funny. Sometimes like this, I've got to have it. I can't risk that. Not, you know, it's like a disease. I can't risk it. Might go out of print. I need to have it now. I'll read it someday, but not today. Let's put it away over there.
Well, that's what I did with other stuff before, and I didn't buy too many expensive books. It's like I have all this vampire stuff because I wanted to explore it at some point, and every time I saw something that was cheap, I got it and put it to the collection. Now I'm starting to get into it, you know, and starting to read some of it. And otherwise I wouldn't be able to now. I couldn't afford. There's some of the books that I've got here that are really expensive. They're really expensive now because they're out of print or I got a good deal on them. So that's the thing. If you do see a good deal, it's worth getting. You know, that's all I say. If you can afford it.
Oh, I think Sean's on like quintuple stacked bookshelves by now, probably.
Yeah, well, I'm thinning. I'm thinning, and the thing is, it's like a lot of stuff to read. Because and the thing is, a lot of my books are not books that you pick up to read from cover to cover. They're like this here. You don't. Well, I can't access it too easily now. But when I was able to access this, I was using it all the time. But you don't pick it up to read it from cover to cover.
What are those ones over your right shoulder? Are they just Oxford World Classics is all stacked up there?
Yeah, yeah. This is one of them is because I every time I'm finding them, I'm putting them in places so I can find them. I think this one is Virginia Woolf, and I think this one is just various other French stuff. I think I'm not
The
sure.
other one is just entirely Virginia Woolf.
This one here, is all Virginia Woolf stuff. Yeah.
Huh.
Because I had some of the Wordsworth classics and I started reading it in like I think 2020 or something like that. And then I started searching for ones that went on sale on either Amazon or somewhere else. And so I bought them as I was doing it, but then they got sort of everywhere else.
And above your head looks like there's actually some space.
Where? Here?
At the top, yeah. It looks like there's a hole in the...
Yeah, there is, because I was pulling out, that's the books about books section, and I was
okay.
Out, and it's got to be all reorganized. So
Yeah.
there is space now. Well, I did make up a whole bunch of space, and then now I filled it up with the French stuff. I had two bookshelves, 2.5 bookshelves. Now that's pretty well full with the French stuff. Yeah, that's that thing. Yeah, I did see that, and I have put a few things. I should do that. Like high. Yeah, that's a good idea, because you can put high priority and then high, I think, and then It's
It's
just
almost
normal.
like we need to actually get you, but you haven't got space. Need to get you one of those little reading trolleys which you can stack up with your
Oh
book,
no,
with your book,
I hate. No, I
with your
hate.
books that you're going to read, or at least maybe you clear a shelf of stuff to be read, that month shelf.
It's going to be that way. Like that once I get done. Like I've got a table here, and the table is going to be basically every time I read, the books I read are going on that table, and then at the end of the year I could take a photo of the mountain of books that I've read.
I don't know. I think you should have under that. Then you should have a box, and then when you finish that book, you decide which one after reading it if you're going to keep it or unhaul it, and then just drop it in the box. And when the box is full, you ship it off.
At the end of the year, yeah. I could do that, but I want to keep all the stuff together. I want 1 year to have a pile of books, a mountain of books that I've read, and then take a picture of it. I thought that'd be cool, but I do have some bookcases here, short ones, and once I get everything done, and that's what I'm gonna have is the stuff, and I'm in front. See if they're paperbacks like this, then I can stack them in front of other books of things that I know I'm going to be reading this year, or I'm starting to do that with the Russian stuff. Every time I get my Russian stuff, I'm stacking them up somewhere so I know where they are.
I know where mine are. Just there.
You got more Russian than I do, I think.
Yeah, I probably do actually, because I've got loads over here as well.
Yeah, it's the Kindle. It just doesn't work for me. Well, it's my eyesight. Omnipotent Poobah. Are you talking about chocolate? No, I don't have any chocolate.
It's I think it comes Saturday night, I think, actually, Omnipotent Poobah, the Easter Bunny.
I didn't even know it was Easter until you told me.
No, there we go.
The day.
You know me, I'm very devout.
No, it'd be nice to have a whole bookcase
Of Easter
stuff.
eggs.
No, a bookcase that's free, so you can put stuff in for the whole year that you know you're going to read, that you want to read for the year, and then as it gets moved down, you realize you didn't get to those, and then you can put them on to the next year, or put them back into your books. But a cart, no, a cart doesn't work for me. I wouldn't mind having one of those circular, the ones that go around in circles, a little bookcase, like a Victorian one.
Oh, okay. I thought you meant one of those like metal paperback things in the gas stations back in the day.
You can get either round ones or rectangular ones, and they got shelves in, like usually 3 shelves, sometimes 4 shelves for smaller books, and they do turn, but they sit on the floor.
Yeah. Well, not me, Omnipotent Poobah, being a school teacher. Easter doesn't pass me by.
Well, I remember when my first job here in the UK in 2005. It was November 21st, I think. I went to work at a bookshop, and in the first break in the morning, people ate more chocolate in one sitting, individuals, than I had in the previous several years. I was shocked. And then I go into a grocery store, and you see aisles of chocolate.
I love chocolate. I'm not going to lie. Well, Yuri, good to see you. Been a while.
Does anybody read Beowulf now? Yeah. Randy read it earlier.
I think Lee was reading it. Yeah. She mentioned it on our live on Wednesday.
Yeah, there's still lots of people that read it.
A few people are. We're not, though.
Translations. There's so many translations.
And Saga Long, yeah, Vin Revenant Reads is definitely reading the Saga Long books at the moment.
Yeah, I'm
Um,
not sure. I wanted to, but I didn't have the book, so I didn't do it. So it wasn't in
yeah, they're
the.
not in the Icelandic one.
Well, somebody's
Agreed.
gonna have to prove that to me.
Why?
That because they're gonna have to send me a bunch of chocolate to see.
Oh, you see, I'm a bit jealous because maybe they could send you some of those. What is it? Those mini eggs,
I've never had any of those. I've never had one of those.
the mini eggs, or the Cadbury's cream egg.
The Cadbury cream egg or any of the eggs.
You
I've
never had any of those,
never had any.
Gareth?
I've never had any of those. And it's like every year I keep saying I should buy one to try it. Somebody gave me one time, and it fell down in the couch that I had. This was years and years ago, and I completely forgot about it. Uh, and I think it was like 5 years later it was found when I got rid of the couch.
Oh, it still might have been edible.
No, I need chocolate like I need a hole in the head.
All right. Well, there goes people sending you some then.
Kinder, you can't have them in the U.S. I don't think, can you?
No, we have finally got Maltesers here, though.
Oh, they're horrid. They're horrid.
Oh, horrid! No, you can't say that. Maltesers are wonderful.
Consider them to be in the post. Cadbury cream gags.
He means eggs. Is typo.
Really sweet.
Yeah, they are really sweet, but I think the mini eggs are nice. I like the cracked shell on them. I like that.
Yeah, I've never had any. One thing I do like there was place that I worked when I actually did work, long time ago. But anyway, there would be this. There's an old fashioned candy shop or sweet shop, I guess it is here in the UK. That's in the town here, and he would go to businesses, and people would flock to it. But I liked the only thing that I went. I can't even think of the name now. It's not brownies, but no, it's the other thing. It's like sugar. It's thin. It's made with milk and sugar.
Milk? Yeah, what? Like caramel?
No, it's made. You can make it with milk and sugar, and I
just milk and sugar.
I think it's milk and sugar. Yeah.
I have no idea.
Oh, I can't think of what the. It's my brain's gone. But anyway, that's the only thing I ever bought. So he would always, because he never usually brought it, but he knew that I liked it. So fudge. Fudge. Thank you. And I like that. So he would bring me a little bag of fudge all the time.
Hi, Chris. Good to see you.
Hi, Chris.
Now, what's the difference between fudge and taffy? What's this taffy stuff Americans always go on about?
Oh, it's hard.
It's toffee. Hard. Sorry, is it like toffee? Is it like our toffee?
Well, I'm not sure now.
Taffy and toffee. I don't know, but I was in the farm shop because I go, as you know, Sean. I spoil my little Elvis, and I'm often in there buying organic turkey breasts for him and for me, and they were giving beautiful painted eggs to their best customers. I don't know if you can see that there. Can you see those?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so they just gave me these hard-boiled eggs. They had a top on them, like a plastic top as well. But yeah, they just gave them out free to like their favorite customers, which of course I must be one of them as they're my neighbors and I'm in there almost every day. But yeah, cool, right?
Happy is terrible. American confectionery is the work of Beelzebub. Now, actually, I might put some. I might put some fudge on if somebody's going to send me some fudge.
That's cheating. You need to put in what you've never tried before. So you should have said, "I've never tried fudge before." It would be.
Summer's going back to sleep.
Oh, good night, Summer. Sweet dreams.
Aaron, you said that there was stuff, and I'm just afraid because Amazon screws up with deliveries. It hasn't. I know nothing's arrived yet. So if it says that it has arrived, then I do apologize. It hasn't. So, but
everybody's so nice, aren't they, in this chat and stuff to each other? Have you noticed? Everyone's like, hi Aaron, hi Jenny, bye Summer, see you Brandy. So nice, isn't it? And it's just so funny. Like,
on my channel, and what are they doing on my channel? They're so nice.
No, but I think it's just so wonderful that no one, no one really knows anybody else, and yet in this world. Somehow, Sean, you brought all these people together.
Oh.
Yeah, you facilitated these, nice things.
Okay. That's fine then. So, because I didn't think they'd be delivering today because they didn't show up yesterday, and I'm just afraid because sometimes they deliver it 3 streets over and don't tell you and say it's delivered. Jenny says we can be civil when we want to. So yeah, so if I put on 500 pounds of fudge, will I get it?
500 quid or 500 pounds weight?
Or 500 pounds weight. You see this truck back up with a forklift. Oh, you're getting a lot of stuff today. What is it? Fudge. We'd know everyone even more if they did. Yeah, well, I don't know. I guess I'm gonna have to at some point put out a community poll and see if anybody wants more of it.
Yeah, sorry, everybody except Mayo is nice. Is that right then? And maybe given the current topic of conversation, it should be Desert Island books, no? Yeah, well, I don't know. I'm actually a bit tired. I can't believe we're coming up to almost an hour and a half. Where does the time go? So let's say give it 5 more minutes till it gets to the half-hour mark, and then probably. So get your questions in now. It's your last chance to keep us talking. Sean's got to get off and add some fudge to his wish list.
It's an well, wait. Oh, wait a minute. I missed something here. You should try Scottish tablet. That stuff will give you diabetes just smelling it. I've never heard of it.
No. I remember, Jenny, do you remember? Because I don't know how old you are. You're probably much younger than me. But when I was at school, we used to get those iron brew bars. And I imagine that's kind of the consistency of what I imagine that taffy to be like. Where it's like really like chewy and whatnot. And the iron brew one used to be,
MJ.
really good. But it didn't do good for my teeth. In fact, I feel like I've got something in my tooth now. Excuse me.
What are 2 cannolis?
They're Italian. They look like those brandy snaps almost. They're not though. And then they're filled with like cream or something. And
I have no idea this stuff because I never really
an Italian thing.
Iron poop.
You do. Yeah, those iron brew bars and refresher bars. And refresher bars used to have that little bit of dodgy powder down the middle of them, like a sherbet.
Well, I have actually. Did it actually work, Mark? There is a. See, this is the thing. I guess, like you suggested, I should do a wish list that people can actually augment. and add stuff to. Did it
Yeah,
actually work?
it should do. Yeah. Well, we did. We tried it, didn't we?
Yeah. Well, I guess it did. So I can put that out. So I have no idea what this stuff is. If people want to send me
Yeah. I'm just thinking. I wonder if Aaron's come up with another name for you. Shawn D. Buckfast. Oh yeah, the Penny in Quality Street. Yeah, it's true.
I like the
Big Al. That's right. Yeah, the Wham bars and the Curly Whirlies and the Blackjacks. She used to live with the black.
Yeah, but there was a band called Wham too, wasn't it? And I don't think I want to bite into that.
Well, yeah. They do have these retro sweet things. Because when my parents come to visit, I always get them to bring like a kilo of chocolate limes. It's my absolute guilty pleasure. I used to love the rhubarb and custards and the like the black currant and licorice, and then the chocolate limes. I think the chocolate limes are probably my favorite though. And yeah, so.
Yeah, I've got it. Well, okay. I'll put in that link after this live is done, that you can add stuff to the wish list. And I don't know how it works. You have to explain, Mark, how that works.
Oh, well, I think because you have an option with your wish list to have one that's edited by people who have access to it. So what it means is that you can add and remove things from Shawn's list. Though it will only work if you log in through the UK Amazon, not through, because I tried to look at his list and I couldn't find it when I logged on through my German one. But if you just go to Amazon, and the nice thing about Amazon, all your login details work across the board, so you don't have to like get a new account and stuff like that. So you can go to the UK one with Shawn's link, and then you can actually add stuff. So if you think he should eat, I don't know. I'm just trying to think of something cruel and horrible, because I know there's a load of shit that you hate, and I can't remember what it is now. Olives? No, what is it? Something like vinegar? Yeah, if you want to send Shawn like
white vinegar is okay. White vinegar is okay.
Malt vinegar, like a gallon of malt vinegar, you can add it to his list and send it to him.
Yeah, well, these are things that I'm probably allergic to. Okay, so maybe not, And yeah, no, I'll put the link in. But no weird stuff. Let's say that at the beginning. No weird.
That sucks, Gareth. That really does. Yeah, but I don't know. Would a chocolate lime kill you? Like literally, I don't know. Like sucking a chocolate lime a day. I don't know, because I always like to suck on something on the like on the bus or on the journey or whatever to school in the mornings. I don't know what it is. I've always enjoyed that. It reminds me of being my nan, and she used to have like these first you used to get like the little paper bags of mint imperials, or then you had the metal containers that had like the boiled sweets in, and they were covered in like a powdered sugar. It probably explains a lot. But so when my parents bring the chocolate limes, I just love to have one, on the bus to school in the morning, and then one on the bus back. Fantastic. So,
well, it's like I'm supposed to have diabetes, okay? Because I think it was the COVID that screwed up my blood sugar level at one testing. Because
your one testicle?
Testing.
Damn, man, this COVID is terrible. I've got one testicle.
That's another story.
You fell asleep on one of your archaeological digs and woke up with one testicle. Someone thought they would nick it.
Oh, God.
I'm sure I wasn't the only one who heard testicle there,
though. On my birthday, I had that cake, and then I had half of it, and after the video, I tested my blood sugar level, and it was normal. It was right on the lower side of the the thing. So it's bullshit. I don't have diabetes.
So we're going to test that theory by sending you a butt ton of chocolate.
Yeah.
You're going to eat live on air.
Haven't got used to it. Had it since what? I'm not sure.
Oh, diabetes.
Diabetes, yeah. Yeah, see? COVID did it. See? COVID did it to him. Chippy vinegar, aka non-brewed contaminant, byproduct of the oil industry. Please specify what you
Chocolate limes.
they've doubled my medication to this. Oh, Jesus.
Jeez.
Like I'm only on metformin, but I think it's actually
You're on what?
I'm on metformin.
I thought you said meth.
That would probably that would probably work better with the
I'm gonna have to either clean my ears out or we're gonna have to get you a better sound microphone.
I
woke up with one testicle, and now I'm on meth trying to cure it.
What was I saying? I can't even remember what I was saying now.
You're a metformin.
Yeah, metformin. And it's actually supposed to lose weight. And I think it's actually doing something, or I'm losing some weight. I am losing weight. I'm still waiting for this scale that I bought. And it's like I got another message saying, oh, it's still going to be another 4 to 6 weeks.
It's coming from China then.
Yeah, what?
It's coming from China then.
Yeah, must be.
So we could all send some to Shawn then, and get some peace and quiet. The wham bars gluing the mouth shut.
This stream is devolving. Keep it up. Well, we got more than we have. There's more people joining all the time.
See, all you got to do is mention a testicle and meth, and suddenly people join in.
You only have one testicle. Dang, COVID is rough. That actually happened at another time, but we won't go into that.
See, you have so many things that you could actually use to raise money. You know, the reason Shawn's only got one testicle story, bidding starts now at £50. You know.
Metformin is gross stuff. Why is that? Metformin. Yeah, metformin.
Yeah, I was thinking about that.
I like that. I almost understand that. I'm not sure which part. Well, you can't put a microphone on this tablet. So I need a monitor first, and then a camera, and then a mic, I guess, or if the mic works well in the camera. In order to meet, I'd like to be able to edit videos. We can't do it on this piece of crap, you know. I'm surprised this thing is still working. I'm surprised this.
Don't say that because it's gonna conk out.
Monty Python sketch it was leg that was missing. Yeah. What was it? Yeah. Where is that? Was it Monty Python? It was the joke, something like, yeah, lost a leg at Gallipoli. Well, you know, maybe you should go and help him find it or something like that. New Year's remark, whichever.
Though I do think it's weird because a couple of people did mention the audio. And the funny thing is, when we're in StreamYard like this, I actually hear you quite well. However, I did notice, and it's the same with Steve, like, you know, Greg and I both use external, you know, microphones, right? And then when I watched it back, I did notice that, yeah, you and Steve both sound quieter.
Oh, okay.
Which is funny because, if anything, you two are the loudest of the four. So it's kind of maybe that's it, you know.
Well, I've got to raise my voice to hear.
That's right, eh? So that's it. Any questions
Yeah.
before Mark heads off to bed?
I'm now I'm a little concerned about putting that link up for the wish list. I'm not sure what I'm gonna get.
Well, just think of all the weird and wonderful things you might get that you never thought about getting. You know, it'd be funny if people start sending you some very strange stuff, though, wouldn't it?
Like if people have that much money, then maybe I can sell it on eBay.
Yeah. I don't know. Maybe some what's its what have I got? I don't know. I've got
How did you do that? I thought I turned that all off.
Oh. Thank you, Big Al.
Yeah. Sorry. It's because
hey, Big Al, why did you do that? Jesus, come on.
How? Because I thought I turned all that off because people were doing this, but they were taking off like 45%. Not Amazon. YouTube was taking 45%, and I don't get it for 3 months anyway. So
it's German, Gareth.
Where's the one testicle story?
It's about all it's worth, probably, though, to be fair, I'm sure. Not the testicle, the story. You wouldn't get 99p for the testicle. What were you going to put on eBay? things must be really tight, Sean, if you're selling your own testicles on eBay.
The other testicle.
Yeah, that's it. Put it on eBay. One owner, previously one owner.
I still got 2 kidneys.
Oh dear. You need to do maybe we need to put out a little pamphlet of Sean's isms.
Isms?
Well, no, that's not right. I don't know. We could put out a publication of Sean's stories. Maybe that could be a new segment, because you do look like kind of a cheerful old grandpa there with the beard and everything. You can sit back in your chair and be like, ha ha, hey, welcome to my house, and I'll tell you all about how I lost my testicle, eh?
Who's like, what am I, Scottish now?
I don't know, Canadian, Scottish, right, Jenny? That's why Jenny likes you so much, you see, because it sounds familiar to her. I don't know what I'm talking about.
Like Ronnie Carp. Yeah, I'll need a really, really big chair for that. That would be kind of cool to have a big chair like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember, the first time my family got electricity,
I do, actually.
Aaron, I've been on at Sean to start a Substack for ages. And no, not yet. Maybe you can get him to do it.
How am I going to do? Like, I've been asked to write a feature article for June, and I got to get it by May, and I can't write it on the phone and stuff like this. So I'm gonna have to turn that down again because I won't have my computer going.
Well, that's why you need to get your OnlyFans up and running, raise some money.
Yeah, but that's been moribund for several. Oh, sorry.
What, your OnlyFans?
Yeah.
Since you lost the testicle.
That brought in some money.
Remember, you've got earwax fetishists out there like Jenny, and you've got feet fetishes out there like, I don't know, somebody else. They might log into your OnlyFans. Who knows? I know what I could be doing on OnlyFans.
Oh, Feet Finder. There actually is a place called Feet Finder. Oh
Yeah. You sell your pics and stuff. I heard. A friend of mine.
Yeah, I'm just asking for a friend.
My friend Mr. Donahue told me.
There's probably Nose Hair Finder as well. I wouldn't doubt.
Yeah, I don't remember barbers in England. Like, maybe they do. Do they trim all your bits? I mean, do they?
How do you think I lost the testicle?
I'm thinking, no. I meant like, they did my eyebrows, my ear hairs, my nose hairs. I'm just thinking it's really sad. I never used to have all these hairs growing everywhere.
No.
I told my girlfriend about your spanking egg holiday. Guess me. Come on over.
They didn't hear. They did ear. No. Wait. No. They did eyebrows one time, but no, they didn't do that. But I was watching something. I think. Oh yeah, I was actually watching this when I was in Jordan. They use actually flame for the ears. They actually use the flame. And it's like, there's no friggin' way you're getting close.
And that's how you lost your testicle, wasn't it? Yeah, exactly. The old back sack and crack, flame, accidentally one testicle. Shawn didn't stand fast too much after that. Brazilian wax, Jesus, yeah, that'd be fun, Chris. Well, that's it then. Right, I'm off to bed, and Shawn's off to make his wish list for what was it? Waxing products, fudge.
No, I'm just putting it up there because you got the 2 books in there now. So
yeah, but that was just to get it started, wasn't it? Yeah.
So, and then that's the one I'm going to put up a link. It'll be right up at the top. It'll be above everything else.
Yeah.
Thanks,
everybody, thank you very much for joining Shawn's channel, and see you next time. Hey, who knows? Maybe we could do one. Maybe on Sunday if I'm not bored, because I don't have to work on Monday. We'll see. Oh, hang on. Let's see what Chris says. Are you watching any movies tonight?
Oh, well, I will be. Not tonight.
I don't know what type of movies he's talking about, Shawn.
I will be watching Beggars of Life.
What?
Beggars of Life with Louise Brooks.
Ah.
That was fun. Thank you. You're still here.
Yeah, I thought she was popping in and out.
Yeah.
E.
Well, there's us wanting the testicles. Sorry, Mark. Night.
Yes, happy Easter, everybody. Thank you. Take care. All the best. No, I've not. Have you read it, Shawn?
Not yet, but I do have it. And I thought I had it. I was going to actually bump that up and read that. I'll take a look again. I might actually read that. If I can find it, I'll read that tomorrow before I watch the film. It's short, so. But it's got a gender swap though in the film though. 1928 gender swapping,
Outrageous.
Yeah. Bye everybody. Thank you.
Cheerio.